This is the debrief. I'm not really sure what game I'm debriefing. It looks like Angel City and Washington Spirit. Okay, cool. I can live with that. I never thought I'd actually put on either one of these jerseys. But seeing as the Spirit beat Angel City, let's fix this. I always like being a winner. This whole time I haven't been holding the mic, so I don't even know if you knew what I was saying. But I was saying I prefer to wear the winning jersey, although this one doesn't feel right either. Oh, that's better. Neutrality. Anyways, we're back with the debrief. The debrief, a time that the team comes together after the game, just the players, they get it all out, they move on to the next game. That's exactly what we're going to do. Also, what a game to have picked for the debrief. This was all first half golazos. And, not really ones to be proud of, honestly. Between the goals and the defending, there was probably one goal that was absolutely phenomenal and class. I think you all know which one it was. Bethune to Ule Sar. I'm sorry, that was masterful. I've been looking forward to watching Bethune play, and she did not disappoint. This is a blockbuster hit, people. Get on the Bethune train because this is a special, special player. The other goals were absolute defensive, I was going to say disaster classes, the opposite of master classes. Okay, so last week I brought to attention to some, I would say, confusion or disagreement or controversy that there were 3 teams on the field. It was the 2 teams that were supposed to be there plus the referee. And this episode, during this game, there was another culprit of being on the field when they were supposed to be, and it was the field itself, Audi Field, to be clear. In case anybody was wondering what was wrong with the field, it looked like there had been an American football game there, and the field looked like a little bit chaotic and crazy and a nightmare for players. So hopefully they strapped their ankles at halftime and got some studs. I would have recommended that every single player would have been wearing them when they started that field, because I'm sure in warm-ups they noticed that they were slipping all over the place. One, I think some goals were conceded because of players slipping. 2, obviously injuries were created. And I think most notably, actually both players that got injured during the game, had to come out from the game, and were huge players to both teams. Obviously for Angel City, they were at much more of a disadvantage because of the prolific attack that the Spirit has had most of the beginning of the season. The 2 players, to be clear, that got injured were Ule Sar, who had a golazo, and Sarah Gordon, who has been one of the best players, if not the best player for Angel City this season so far. Best wishes to those 2. But if we're going to curse anyone, we should curse the turf and American football. And that's that. Hot take. I think Angel City should have won this game. I think they had more chances. I think they had more clear-cut chances. I thought if they win the game, after the first half, the game was 4-2, which is just an insane thing to think about. Second half, completely different story. Goalless, but I think to Angel City's favor. I feel like if they had scored 1 goal in that second half to make it 4-3, I really believe this would have become a game, and I would have thought that they could have easily tied it, if not won the game, based on the amount of chances that were being created. One chance that comes to mind in the second half for Angel City was when Alyssa Thompson was through on goal. She gets clipped by the defender, decides to stay on her feet. Look, this is like there's two right answers and a wrong answer, and unfortunately, she chose the wrong answer. In this situation, you either get clipped and you score, or you get clipped and you take the penalty kick. In this instance,
how do you take a penalty kick?
You get clipped and what's it called?
Say it.
No,
Fall.
You fall. Of course you fall. You don't stumble and try and stay on your feet. You fall because it affected then her ability to score the goal. You fall, and then your team all of a sudden is 4-3. You have the momentum. I guarantee you Angel City would have scored again. 4-4. Crazy NWSL after dark. Who knows? Another goal, 5-4. I'm telling you, for Sarah Gordon, come on team. They could have done it. Other things you can't do. The ball gets cleared, and you decide, drop my shin pad, gonna hold everyone on side for then a reboot back into the goal, and your team concedes. Like, that just cannot happen at the professional level. Like, you don't drop your shin guard and say, whoopsie daisy, and forget to go with the line and end up getting scored on. Also, you ended up scoring. Great goal. But this, the NWSL in this game was NWSLing. If you had asked me what either team was trying to do, I would have no clue. Zero. But I will say, Washington Spirit, I saw their record coming in. They are almost, I don't know what it is. Like, they were very close in terms of goals for, goals against as Kansas City Current. So just a machine on offense and an absolute nightmare on defense. But I expected a little bit more. I expected them at home to be controlling the game more. And look, amount of possession doesn't really matter. Angel City had all the possession in the world, it seemed, based on the stat. Although, I think a better stat than possession, because possession doesn't really tell. It says, okay, who has the ball the most in the game, but that isn't a stat that says who is more influential. But one stat that I think would have been very helpful for us, which is more of a tennis stat that I kind of want to bring into the game of football, is unforced errors. Because Angel City's unforced errors were through the roof. And in my opinion, it actually started most of Washington Spirit's attack. So if Washington Spirits has anyone to thank other than the field that injured one of Angel City's best players, it would be then Angel City's unforced turnovers. On a positive note, because, start positive, end positive, although I don't even know if I started positive, this game was entertaining, at least the first half. If it was so much fun to watch, you had no idea what was going to happen. Every time the ball entered the 18, anyone could have scored.